activating your account and all the important things need to be done. Thank you very much. Okay, I have a pharmacist Olale Yabiodun. You have a question. Please
Yes,
go ahead with your question.
Can you please paste the link again to the
site? Mr.
Yes.
Bega, quickly click that link from let me share that link, Mr. Bega. So this is the link you are going to put on your web browser, www.pharmat.ng. The R before M in the usual pharmaceutical is missing. So when you are typing it, don't put R before that, M before. If you do that, it takes you to a different website, which is not connected to what we are doing. So it is pharmat.ng. Don't have R there. I also have a soft health. You have a question you want to ask. Soft health pharmaceutical. You raised up your hand. Okay. Okoyemi Kole Aje. Also, your hand is raised. You have a question you want to ask.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Abiodun. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very loud.
Okay, my question is, can more than one person use the login details to log in?
Thank you very much. On this system, we have what is called several user interface. And during the setting up, we're going to be trained on that. How we can add several users on the system, and they can also use this particular system on behalf of the organization. So the company can actually give what is called administrative rights to some other people apart from the person that's registered at this platform. Are you fine?
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, soft health, you are raising your hand. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. You are most welcome.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to ask a question. And when I logged on to the platform, I was not able to upload the company logo. So I was wondering if I can do that now.
Okay, thank you. I think you'll be able to do that. When we are getting to the setting up, we're going to train you on how you can update your company logo at that point, if you missed it during registration. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
You are most welcome. Well, at this juncture, I'd like to yield the floor to the project manager, network consulting on P2P, Mr. Olugbenga Ajadi. He's going to be taking us on how do we set up our accounts, how do we go about activating our accounts, and the document setting and all that is required for our accounts. So, Mr. Benga, over to you as you take on that particular session. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ajibade. Good morning, everybody. I'll be sharing my screen briefly, and I'll be taking it. I'm getting a feedback somewhere. I'll be taking it up from where Mr. Ajibade actually stopped. Mr. Bello, Rabi, can you please mute your mic? Okay, thank you very much. All right, I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. So I'll take it up from where Mr. Ajibade stopped, where he said you're going to get a verification email into your email box after you've onboarded successfully. So this is just a sample of what the email will look like. And all you need to do is just to click on confirm your email. And upon clicking on confirm your email, the system logs you in automatically, just like you can see on your screen. It displays your company name, your company details. But one thing you should also notice basically is that you will see a unique ID for you on P2P. This is your unique code on P2P. That is, if you want to transact any business on P2P, this is what we use to uniquely identify every business or business on P2P as it is. But once we've been able to verify your email and you've come into the system, what you need to do is to activate your account. In activating your account, because P2P runs on a wallet system that is for transactions. But to activate your account, you can activate your account by using a token of 1,000 naira to activate your account. What this does is that it gives you an equivalent P2P unit, which can be used to do transactions on P2P. Now, transaction on P2P is not charged per annual license or maybe monthly license, but it's going to be charged based on usage. And these transactions are charged using the P2P unit, which is an equivalent of naira. So, but if you activate it with 1,000 naira, you get an equivalent of 500 naira additional P2P unit as a bonus. So making it in such a way that you'll be having like 1,500 naira P2P unit in your account. So, but to activate your account, you click on activate account and brings this dialog box. You click on accept to pay for the wallet and click on add fund to wallet. When you do this, the system displays a dialog which shows you the payment platform where you can make your payment. Now you have the option of making payment of the 1,000 naira with 5 options. Either you're going to pay with your card, you pay with a bank, you can pay using transfer, you can pay using USSD, and you can also pay using Visa QR. Now this system is fully integrated with Paystack, and this makes your transactions secured, and there won't be any issues. Once this transaction payment is made, you'll be able to see what your wallet balance, for instance, here will be turned to 1,000 P2P unit, and the 500 bonus will also be in here for you to do transactions. Once you've been able to scale through this successfully, your system is ready for you to start doing business. And I'll be opening an account that has been verified. A minute, please. Okay. So this is an account that has been fully activated. Now you can't see the activate account menu anymore, meaning that your account has been fully activated for business. Now, the next thing you would do is to edit your profile, just like somebody asked that would like to update their company logo, or there are some information that were not filled during the point of onboarding that still needs to be done. And it's very, very important for us to visit this part of the system to edit our profile. For you to update your logo, you click on this camera image and select your logo from wherever the logo is on your system and save it into your profile. Then you can also put in all the other basic details, like probably you didn't fill in your local government area, or which is also very, very vital for you to be able to get products that are closer to you, being those who are placing order to you will probably be those who are probably closer to you before the order extension across the globe. And you can also fill in your account details. Now, this is very, very, very important, especially for we, the wholesalers. We need to put in our bank account details by selecting the bank, the account name, and also the account number. Because our customers or the retailers, when they try to place order to us and they want to make payments, they need to be able to see these account details where they can make payment to. So please, very, very important, we need to fill in this part of the profile to ensure that our accounts are available for people to see and to make payment into. So once this is done, the next thing you do is to update, to create locations. I believe some of us have multiple locations. We have users in those locations. So P2P gives you the privilege to create multiple locations and also create users attached to those locations. Like currently, I have one location as a manufacturer or as a wholesaler on P2P right now, but I can create multiple locations by clicking on create after I selected the location, and I can put in my location code, my location name, the address, my premise license. This is very, very important. Mr. Gibade explained earlier that whoever is on P2P are verified users. So we need to verify that your location is a valid location that has a proper premise license and also has a superintendent pharmacist PCN number that is verified for that location. So you need to put in all these details for you to be able to create that location. And this gives you the privilege of adding users to that location. Now, how do you add users to the location? You click on the user menu, still under business setup, and click on create. Then you put in the details of the users. Now, your users on P2P does not need to go and onboard themselves afresh on P2P. The only person that needs to onboard himself is the business, which you have done already. You put in the name of the user, then you put in a valid email. Now, ensure that the email address you are putting in here is the valid email address of the user you are trying to create, because a unique ID will be sent to that email for the person to verify and also gain access into the system. A password will also be sent through that medium, which cannot be changed when the user logs in. So once you put in the email address of that user, you also need to select the location you want to assign the person to. For instance, if you have created 4 different locations, you can select the location you are assigning that particular user you are creating into, and you can also put in the phone number of that user. Now, importantly, we have what we call is co-admin. We believe for check and balances, in some locations, you want to have somebody that can create and somebody that can approve and somebody that can, so that you can know users that can also create documents but doesn't have access to create, to approve it. Because if you give co-admin access to a particular user, meaning the co-admin have access to some sensitive materials on the system, which like probably changing prices, like also checking your your balances at every point in time, and also making some few changes to your setup can be done by whoever is a co-admin. So once this is done, you will need to go to document settings. Now, in document settings, this is where we set up our businesses, our business processes, our business activities. When people place order and send orders to you, how do you want to handle the order? For instance, somebody sends an order note to you. How do you want to handle that business process? You can also define it on P2P. And here you can see the various documents generated on P2P. Some are attached to you as a wholesaler, and some are not for you. For instance, if you want to specify how you attend to order notes, people are sending order notes to you. How do you want to respond to the order note with your invoice? Do you want it to require approval when order notes are sent to you? Do you want it to require approval? That is, you need somebody to create it and also approve that same document. So you need to specify here on P2P to allow your business process to be in line with your current business process. If you go through this issue of somebody creates and somebody approves. You can also set your business to allow auto response. Auto response meaning when orders are sent to you, even if you are not on the system can automatically generate an invoice and send it to the customer. That is, once a customer places an order to you, you don't necessarily, once the customer places an order to you as importer or as a manufacturer on P2P, you don't necessarily have to be able to generate it manually. The system can automatically send a response to the user by ensuring that the user gets the response with the details of the payment of the quantity is requesting for that you have, and also the prices. But one of the things you need to ensure as a business is to ensure that you already have the quantity and you also set your prices, which I'm still going to show you how to set prices and how to set quantity. But in P2P, you can also put your business in auto response, which is also very, very good for you as a user. Then you need to also specify the valid period. The valid period meaning that when a document is generated, for instance, you responded to a order by sending an invoice, you can also specify how long your order will be available. This invoice will be available, and if it's not attended to, that order will be taken off from your reservation, because we also allow order reservation on P2P. When an invoice is sent to someone, that order is reserved. So, but if the person does not respond within the time valid that you are putting here, that order becomes automatically unreserved. So you can also specify the time when this document you are trying to create will be valid and up till when it's responded to. And once that order, you say this item should be fixed, that is, this valid period cannot be extended. But if you leave it as untrue, meaning you can always come back and extend the timeline whenever you feel like. And you can also suspend the activity of that document if you don't want that document to be generated anymore. So you do this to payment details. You want to respond automatically, you can do that, and you can also ensure if it requires approval or not. Let me quickly go to business settings. Now, in business setting, this is where you can determine if you want to be showing your price to your customers as importer, as a manufacturer, and you can also specify if you are allowed to show your quantity. If you don't want them to see your quantity, it has its pro and its cons, meaning that only users that will send quote requests to you will be able to get a response. Those who want to reach you via other notes will not be able to do that because you are not showing your quantity. But if your quantity is being shown, people can place order to you directly because they can see your prices and they can see your quantity. Now, show your account details is also very vital. If you don't show your account details, meaning when people are trying to make payment or your customers are trying to make payment, they won't see the account details they need to pay to. So it's also important for you to show your account details. But if your business project doesn't allow you to do that, you may not show your account details. We also have what we call receive SMS. Now, for every order that is being sent to you, whoever has account has been used in creating this business will get a notification, an SMS notification stating that an order has been placed to you by your customer. So you don't necessarily have to be on the system every now and then waiting for orders. Once you get orders, you receive an SMS and you can click on a link that takes you straight into that particular document and you can always attend to it. Apart from that, you get notification, in-app notification on the system.
Just like, you were off.
Can see your screen, add products.
You are off for a time. I don't know if you are aware that you are not audible. You are not audible for a bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now, please? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So let me go back a little bit, maybe in business settings. I said here in business setting is where you set up all these basic 4 activities for you to determine if you want to show your price, you want to show your quantity, if you want to show your account details, and you want to keep receiving SMS. And you can also disable this at any point in time. If you don't want to receive SMS anymore, you can always deactivate, or you don't want to show your account details. But like I said, it has its pro and its cons. When you don't show your account details, those who want to make payment to you might not be able to see the account they want to pay to. And the receiving of SMS is always very good. So that on the go, you'll be knowing when orders are coming in, and you can always click on the SMS and attend to that document instantly. Quickly, I will go to add products. In adding products, you can harvest already existing products on P2P. Now, you as an importer, you as a manufacturer, you can also import all your products already existing on P2P by clicking on add products, because P2P already has thousands of products embedded in it, and all you just need to do is to harvest the product you are dealing in. So you can just simply come here. For instance, maybe you are a manufacturer already on this system, and is let me choose maybe Fitsin, for instance. You will see all the products of Fitsin on this system. All you can just do is just to click on add and add them to your products, meaning that these are the products you want to be dealing with. So you don't need to go into the system and start creating the products afresh. All you just need to do is just to address the product and click on save. Once you click on save, these products are added to your list of products, meaning these are the products you want to be dealing with going forward. And as an importer and also as a manufacturer, you can create a partnership with your wholesalers. You can create partnership in the sense that you want them to have access to direct access to you, and also be able to enjoy some basic benefits. Like, for instance, you give credit notes or you give credit facilities. It's only those who are partnered with you that can always enjoy these benefits. And how can the partnership be done? When you click on partnership, it brings you to this page. And like I said at the beginning of my training, I said every person on P2P has a unique P2P code, which you can see at the top of your screen. This P2P code is what you can use in partnering with someone else. When you are trying to partner with a wholesaler, all you just ask the person to send to you is to send you their P2P code, which you will paste in this field in here. You paste the P2P code here, and it brings out all the details of that person you are trying to partner with. And once that is done, you click on save, and the user will have to go and accept. It's 2 ways. Once you add the person to your partnership list, the user has to accept you so that you can now start doing transaction, and the person can also benefit from other things that you offer. You can also create charges. You can create discounts, meaning that in your invoice, you can create some additional charges. Maybe you want to add VAT, there are some pickup charges or whatever charges you want to be adding to your invoice. You can set it up at this point on P2P. And the charges can also be amount per invoice or percentage per invoice. If you want to be charging using percentages, or you want to be having a fixed amount for for the type of charges you want to create, you can also do it here. And you can also specify the charges is going to be compulsory or it's going to be negotiable at any point in time. Negotiable meaning that even when it's added to the invoice, after having a one-on-one discussion with the customer, you could always make adjustments to it and before you submit the invoice. You can also create discounts on P2P and send it, which will be added to your invoice. I think those are the basic things we need to know for now. And as I will hand over back to Mr. Jibade. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Benga, for that wonderful presentation. I believe strongly we have actually been taken through our business setup. And what we try to achieve with this setup is to direct our operations seamlessly. And when you look at the area we're talking about order, it means if somebody sends in an order with your quantity of products on your system already set, with your prices already set, just like we're going for this exhibition, this conference, everybody's able to harvest their products, attach quantity to it, attach prices to it. So it means that immediately somebody sending a request by placing order, your system generates automatically an invoice. And once that person has paid, then you get a notification that somebody has paid. You confirm from your bank. If it is done, then you proceed to the next thing. We're going to go through those processes shortly. But then the bottom line of this particular engagement is that for you to be able to have understanding on how to set up your system. So we want to give you this benefit to look through your system and be able to define how you want to address it. I would like, at this junction, I want us to ask any question before we proceed again. Okay, Okoyemi Koleaji, you are recognized.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Can you please take that document setting again?
The document setting.
Yes,
yes. You want some information on the document setting. What specifically do you need about the document setting?
Maybe you can just give you should just summarize also.
Okay, what we are doing about the document setting is that in that particular space, there is all the interaction between you and your customers. They are based on generating documents. And this document, depending on your organization, for example, if somebody sent in an order to your organization and you want to respond to that order, if the order is going to be responded to by somebody in your organization that is less in authority, which means somebody has to approve that particular order to become an invoice. It means when that order comes in, to generate an invoice, somebody has to approve it. So the system will make you to, first of all, allow somebody to view that order. Then that order, before it becomes an invoice, it must be approved. But if that particular point is placed at auto response, it means it's a request that is sent to your organization and you need to respond. If you put at auto response for that particular document, it means immediately it is sent in, the system generates an invoice. Nobody is going to check and know whether this is correct or not. Important is that you have the quantity on your system, you have the price, and your system generates the invoice. So it is done in such a way that you are sure that that particular operation is in order. So nobody is going to be looking at the price. Maybe somebody asks for 30, and before you give it out, you must check your store, whether you have up to 30 before you can give. Or maybe if we have up to 30, you want to be sure that that 30, do you want to give it out? So if somebody needs to give that authority, it means that invoice will not be generated until it is given an approval. So that is what this document is about. So for that, you need an invoice. So for an invoice that to be auto response, so which means your invoice document will be an auto response. Then payment also is also in place. When somebody had paid, there's need for you to confirm that that payment is already in your account before you can generate stock issue. But if that customer is having credit facility with your organization, it means that person's payment is already approved anytime they pay because they have credit facility. So those one means that it will be auto response. It means when the customer says he has paid, you don't need to go and verify for payment. Your system will automatically respond that that payment has been accepted and the stock issue notes will be generated. We're going to take you through all those processes later on. But that is the purpose of this document set, is to guide your SOP, your standard operating procedure. How do you handle your operation when it is about selling your product? and it's in the best international practice is to ensure that the right people for approval are there, so that you don't give out a document that you cannot support with your quantity. That is the purpose of document setting that we have explained in this place. Thank you very much. I'd like to call on Pharmacist Victor Adekoye. You raised up your hand. Your question, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, sir.
It's a pleasure, sir. Thank God, we have been discussing some of these things. Importantly, some of my guys have joined the conference, even our IT person, so at least to make it smooth when I discuss with him. The last time we talked about some of us companies that represent so many imports for so many companies, and if you know doing worldwide healthcare work, we don't usually mix up, because that's what the ideas of those principals want. They want us to be, delineate between companies. So within worldwide healthcare, we have about 30 companies represented. And if you usually go up to our stand, we see we give you different invoices. We don't match them for principal sensitivities. How do we come in there? How do I get my, for example, a Pfizer stock differentiated from GSK, differentiated from Drugfield, and that order? You know, a monolithic company, we just have, well, of course, maybe someone thinks you just have all their products with one invoice. We have separate companies within a company, and we have people in charge of those companies. I might be the administrator, of course, and the trade marketing manager. But within that purview, I don't even have access to even say invoice that. There are people in charge. Some of them are in this meeting now. There's a manager that will say, okay, approve this, approve that. How do we get it done with some of us companies like us, like ours, that are so principal specific? Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you very
Mr.
much.
Adekoye. Okay, I will take it, and Mr. Asiri also take it. Like, for example, if we had gotten those information we have requested from Worldwide Healthcare, I mean,
I'm working on it.
Yes, I know you are working on
but
it.
I need a guide for me to do it properly.
No problem. Yeah, we are working on it. So what happened is that what we are going to do is that we are setting up a system whereby Worldwide Healthcare Pfizer will have a distinct identity on this platform. Worldwide Healthcare GSK, that is what we are doing on this system for your organization. So, and each of those business units will only harvest products to their unit alone. People in Pfizer can only harvest products from Pfizer. People in GSK will only harvest products from GSK. So each of them will stand individually on this platform. That is what we are doing for WW Healthcare Limited. Okay. Mr. Cyril, you can also add some things.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ajibade. I think you have said everything. So because of the uniqueness of worldwide health care, we are also making this system in such a way that you can separate the businesses, and the businesses will only see products. We only see products that they are dealing in. I think that's all really.
Okay. I'm sure my guys listen to it. We'll discuss better in office, and by later tomorrow you get everything sent to you in the Excel sheet.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Adekoye. I think let me also mention at this junction that everybody that wants their product on this system, we expect you to send us your product lists. There is a file on the exhibition page of ACPN where we all are. Please update that particular document. It is that document that we're going to use to define the product on P2P. We are not giving room to people to just create products on their own for reason of many things, mistakes, errors, and whatever. So what we are doing is that we bring the products in that particular format, and it is going to be uploaded on the P2P platform. Then you can now harvest them to your own account. I also want to mention at this juncture also that the measurement units in that particular file refers to pack size. So people who are not putting the pack size on their document, please, on that measurement unit, it is the pack size of your product. It is by 14, it is by 100, it is 100 mils. We need that. And we also, when we talk about packed, measurement unit description, we are asking, it is a pack, it is a bottle, it is a carton, it is a sachet. That is the description of that particular measurement unit. So those are the information we also want to pass at this point. Also, we need you to also provide us with your product picture it helps the what's called physical acceptance. When people click on that product and they see the image, it further enhance the appeal for your product. So, Mr. Wahab Olaide Jimo, please, you can take the floor now. Mr. Wahab Olaide, you raise up your hand.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Abiodun.
Thank you.
My question is related to that picture.
Okay.
A particular place product. So, if you want to have the product, is there any provision to also insert a product picture or the pack image on this platform?
Yes, it is. That's why we're asking you to give us that file. It's a separate file you are going to give. It must be a
Sorry,
JPEG.
sorry. Are you telling me that you are going to do it? We don't need to
Yes,
do it now.
No, you are not the one doing. We are the one that will upload it ourselves.
Okay, fine.
So
fine.
that's why you send us that file and we upload. Mr. Bega, can you just show some companies that we have uploaded their picture so that they can see how it's looking like now? We have uploaded some companies' products and their pictures. Mr. Bega, kindly share a little. Maybe 1 or 2 products that we already have on the system that has the product picture.
I'm coming.
Benga, you need to share your screen and maybe go to place order and select some products. Maybe you log on with a wholesaler account.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. So that's just a sample of how the images will look like. When they are trying to place order, they can see an image that they are image of the product you are trying to buy, and you can also, on rollover, you can have a zoom of the image properly.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Benga. So, Mr. Jimo, so that is what it is all about. So, once you supply this information of your individual product, make it to be in separate file. It has to be an image file, and we're going to put it on this system. And immediately it is done, anybody that is coming to your page, once they scroll or put the icon on that image, it will zoom out so they can see it properly, because we have thousands of products on this system, and the image has to be miniature. But once anybody is interested in a particular one, they can basically see the product. So I'd like to thank you for the questions that you have asked at this particular session. We're going to be going proper now into the conference exhibition setting. What we have just done with this is to give you an overview of what P2P is generally, because we expect that after the conference, it is an opportunity for you to reach out to so many wholesalers, because wholesalers will definitely be able to reach out to you. Distributors will be able to reach out to you. And once your system is active, it means if you even have various depots in the country, those are the locations you're going to put. You can even supply products from various depots, and it will also be particularly be taken care of with this system. I also know that some of you have an established enterprise ERPs. This system is also integratable with your ERP. So you just need to talk to us, and then we'll also help you to see how you can mobilize your local system to become a global system within the system of operation of pharmaceutical supply. And many people who are looking for wholesaler, because immediately you are raised on this system as a manufacturer, as an importer, all the wholesalers will see you, and they can actually extend business relationship to you. So they can call you, they can look at your products, they can see what you are doing, they can put what is called quote request to your company, and they can buy from you, even though you don't know them before. So that is one of the things that's going to also help you to cut down costs of marketing. So I would like to call on Mr. Cyril Asuko, the MD Network Business Consulting, who's going to be taking us through setting up our exhibition accounts and our store, all the promotions we want to do during the conference, whether we have free delivery package with our supplies. If anybody buy from us, if you have a free delivery, you also make it known to the buyer. So all the things that will make somebody to want to buy from you is going to be, we're going to share that now. So Mr. Cyril, over to you. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ajibade. And good morning, everybody. And thanks for joining this section today. So I'm just going to talk about the exhibition and how you set up your platform. Haven't onboarded yourself on the system. How do you make sure that you are part of the exhibition or you are visible at the exhibition? Because your setup, your verification, your activation so far that we've done is just for you to be on P2P. Now, if you're going to participate in the exhibition, I want to go through what you need to do. First and foremost, I would also like to quickly mention that this system generally is about request and response. It's about request and response. And for every request, there's a document that is generated. And for every response, there's a document that is generated. And when we're talking about setting up your business, that's what we talk about. Every time, for example, this system starts from somebody is making a request for quote. I want to buy some products. So I make a request. And whoever the request is sent to on the system will send a response. Now, when you send a response, your response is to that person you're sending it to a request that they need to also respond to. So that's how the system goes back and forth. It's about request and response. If there's a request for quote, the response will be a pro forma invoice. The response to a pro forma invoice by the customer is a substantive invoice. That's a sales order. A sales order comes to you, and then you send an invoice, and that's how we go back and forth. So when we talk about document setting, what we are saying is that for each of these type of documents, how do I want to respond to it? Do I want to put it as auto response? Because what we've also done is that there are some things that can be responded to automatically without human intervention. For example, if somebody is asking for an invoice from you, if you have the product in stock and your prices are there, there's no need for human intervention for an invoice to be sent to the person. And that's why you have auto response. So immediately, even if it's in the midnight that request comes in, your system can automatically respond with an invoice because you have set up your business properly with the prices and the products and put it in auto response. So the system can respond immediately. Okay, thank you very much for that. So I'm going to go into for this conference, and I'm going to try and share my screen now. Just a minute. Mr. Ajibade, please, I'm not able to share my screen.
You should be able to share your screen because I've actually given the access. Yes.
All right, then I think I can share it now.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see my screen, please?
Yes, it's visible. Yeah.
Okay, so let me quickly say, if you are planning to participate in this conference as a conference exhibitor, like Mr. Ajibade rightly said earlier, you must have registered with ACPN, who is the organizer of the conference. And ACPN will contact us that you are one of the people that have registered as an exhibitor and you are interested in being on P2P, visible online to every participant. Now, and when you are sending us this information, which I'm sure most of you have done, will require you to specify who is the contact person. And you also send us your P2P number. Since you will have been onboarded on this system, we need your P2P number and also the user, one of the users you must have created when you set up your account. One of the users you'll have created who is going to be in charge of this conference. We need that. So those are the two information we actually need for us to activate you as a conference exhibitor. And once you are activated as a conference exhibitor, what you need to do then is to go to your account. And I'm using this account now. This account has been set up as a conference exhibitor. Worldwide Drug Limited, for example, has been set up as a conference exhibitor. And I've selected the conference because immediately you do that, there's a location that will be set up for you where you can see the the exhibition site as one of your location. The exhibition site becomes one of your location once we activate you for exhibition. And then you can see it here. I'm sure you can see my screen, the drop down. The drop down shows you all the location you have. And immediately we activate you, the exhibition will become one of the locations that you have. And what you need to do after that is the first thing is to select what products do you want to use for this exhibition. And you do that by going to products. Of course, first select the location, which is the conference that you are going to attend. Then you go to setup and go to add product. Now, when you come to add product, what you will see, for example, currently I've added these 4 products as products I want to exhibit. Now, remember that we have shown you how to add products to your profile as a business on this platform. However, I haven't added those products. If you are going to participate in any exhibition, our understanding is that you are going to select from the products that are a list of your product, the products you are going to use in the exhibition. We're also aware that it's not necessarily all your products that you want to take to exhibition. So you can select here what products you are taking to exhibition, and you do that by clicking on add. Once you click on add, it will give you a list of all the products that you as a business have selected as products that you are dealing in. Then you can add the ones that you want to use for this particular exhibition, just the ones you want to use for this particular exhibition. So for example, I select additional products that I want to use for this exhibition. Just by clicking on the plus sign. And once I've done that, I click on save. And you see, I just added about 3 more products now. And now I have 7 products that I'm taking to the exhibition. So when anybody is going to buy from your exhibition stand, these are just the products that will be available. It doesn't mean that these are all the products that the business do have. It's just the one they've selected for exhibition. And that's what you'll be seeing. So we do this. And once we've done this, we've done the first step for us to participate in this exhibition. We've selected the products that we are going to take to the exhibition. Now, having selected products that we are taking to the exhibition, we need to go one step further. And that step is to put quantities that we're going to use for the exhibition. And you do that by balance adjustment. Please, when you're doing all this, ensure that up here, it is the location for the exhibition that you have selected. And so I come here and I create balance adjustment. And when I'm creating balance adjustment, I will select opening balance, because what I'm trying to do here is to specify what quantity of these products am I taking to the exhibition. Each of the products I've selected, what quantity am I taking to the exhibition? Because again, it's not necessarily all the volume of products that you have in your factory or your warehouse that you are taking to the exhibition. So we need to specify what quantity we are taking to the exhibition. And you do this by selecting that and putting opening balance. So what you're practically doing now is putting an opening balance for that location, for that demo exhibition location. You are specifying which products I'm taking there and what quantity they are. And you do that by selecting the product. So it will give me the list of all the products I've specified that I'm taking to the exhibition. And I can select them one by one. I select the first one. Of course, I select the pack unit. And it will tell me actually if I'm seeing this 100 here because I already put 100 as the quantity that I have that I'm taking to that location. So I can put it as 500, for example. If I'm taking 500 to this exhibition, I can put 500. All these are not compulsory. The quantity on order, the quantity at hand, they are not compulsory for now, as I'm putting opening balances. Now, the next thing I need to do is to specify my unit price. At this exhibition, how much do I want to sell this product? So let's assume I put 700. That means I'm selling at 700. Here, I can also specify if there's any promo going on for this product. For example, if I'm doing buy one, get one free, I can put it here. Buy one, get one. Now, once I do this, I click on add. It will drop down here at the location list. Then I can select the next product. And do the same thing for the next product. So for all the products I'm taking to the exhibition, I need to specify what quantity the unit prices I'm selling at the exhibition, and if there's any promo for that product. And once I've done all this and I've added it to this list, I can now click on save. Oh, sorry, I need to put a cross-reference. Let's just say opening. And so I save. So these products are then now available with their quantity for the exhibition. And this is very important. It's very important because if they are going to place order at the exhibition, whoever is going to place order must see the products that you have that they can place order on and what quantity you have of the products. So that is how you set up your account, by putting the quantity, the promo info, and the price you are selling each of the products. And you do it for each of the products that you are taking to the exhibition. And once that is done, then you are visible. You become visible on this platform, and everybody that is placing order can see you and place order. I'm sure Mr. Ajibade is going to go through. Benga will take us through how do people place order and how do you appear on the exhibition form on this platform. Thank you very much. I can also take question if there's any question. But these are the simple things that you need to do for your business to be available for people to order at the exhibition ground.
Mr. Cyril, thank you very much for that brief intro. And let me also say that whatever you have done in that page, I want us to also see how it looks like when somebody clicks on it. So I am trying to work on my page, and I'm sharing my screen now. As a buyer on this particular page, Mr. Cyril, you can unshare your screen.
Okay, thank you.
As a buyer at this conference, and I have an account, and I want to buy from a conference exhibitor, we all saw that Mr. Cyril added a product, and he also puts a promo information there. So if you look at this product now, you will see that the product he has done is 4.3% dextrose, and he has put the price of 700 naira there. And he has said it's a measure of pack, and I can put quantity. And me as a buyer, what I would just do is just to add to quote. But I can look at this promo. What is the promo about? Buy one, get one. That is a promo. So what you have done with what Mr. Cyril has done with his own account as a supplier on this page, as an exhibitor, for everybody on the platform that goes to exhibition. And let me take you back. How do we get to the exhibition? For anybody to come to the exhibition, there's what is called conference exhibitors. So I want to go back. So I'll go back to conference exhibitors now so that you can see how you'll be viewed from outside. So this is a conference exhibition that I'm already here. And for this particular conference we're talking about is 41 Annual National Science Conference of ACPN, and it's starting on 25th of July. So nobody can do anything at this level now. That's why we cannot use this particular exhibition we have set. But the one we are using now is demo. And that is why you see that the start date is July 4th, which means they started yesterday. And once anybody comes here, what they will do is to click on this particular eye symbol. It will reveal to me the conference and the details, and it's telling me what. And you can see also on this page, you have what is called adverts. So we're also giving every conference exhibitor opportunity to bring document for advertisement, because this is what is called points of sales adverts. As at the time people come to this particular page, we are going to have adverts scrolling on this page, and we have several adverts scrolling on this page. And as anybody come in, they can see, and it's going to be one of the things that will encourage people to say, oh, let me go and buy this product. And it is going to be scrolling after 30 seconds. And people can also use this arrow to just check through what is on the place. So all your offers that you have, your beautiful offers, you can craft them in a GIF document, and it will be placed in this particular conference exhibition platform. So when anybody is coming to this conference exhibition, once they click on it, they will see adverts. So all those merchandisers you pay for to be telling people to come to your stand, P2P has actually taken that responsibility off you. So people can actually see. So you can craft a very beautiful and inviting promo adverts that we can put on this page. And it's a GIF. So even if it's a video document, it will also be displayed. Like you can see this one is playing as a video document. So what I want to let you say is that immediately anybody comes to this page and I want to buy from Worldwide Drug Limited that has just his product there, I'll just click on place order. And the moment I click on place order, because he has added this product to his conference, we found that some of the product that he has is more than this. But this is one of the one that he has given quantity to, he has given price to, and is available for this exhibition. That's why it's showing. And anybody that wants to buy can look at the quantity you want to put, and then you can look at the promo, and you see that this is the promo. Let me also mention, if you are also giving opportunity to people that you want to do the delivery yourself, is one of the encouragements. Maybe you have various depots across the country, and you want the quantity to be delivered from the depot that is closer to the customer. You can also put it there as part of the promo. You can say nationwide delivery free of charge. You can add it to be part of the promo. So it's one of the things we have also done to this conference to ensure that people that are coming to your stand on P2P to remotely buy your products, we are giving you enough opportunity to expose all your benefit to them. You know, we are trying to bring customers to our business, and we want to give you the opportunity to be able to entice them with your offers and be able to receive anything you need. So I would like to stop at that point so that if there are questions, it can be asked together at this junction. Thank you very much. So you have any question, please, you can. Isaac Kende, you have the floor. Speak to us.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I want to ask, uh, like the user on the account of the organization, the user is no more with us. So now I don't know the email address used to open the P2P account.
Okay, so that means
So
you are not the one that opened this account.
ask if I can open the account and how I can get the email back for the account.
Okay. No, what
Okay.
we're saying that, okay, Mr. Cyril, can you take?
Yes, please let me just respond. Thank you very much. Yeah, so if there's a user that is no more on the system, number one, you can disable the user. You can disable that user so that the user does not have access, because this is a cloud application. So if a user is already on the platform, they can be anywhere and log on to the platform. So number one, you can disable the user. However, if you want to have access to documents that have been raised by the user in the past, normally the administrator that created this, that onboarded the business, will always have access to other documents that were created by other people. But let me quickly respond to, if in case it's the administrator that left and you don't have access to the account, you can also contact P2P. We'll go through some due process and confirm that it's the same organization, confirm so many things, and then we can give you access to the data of the administrator.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
I'd like also to join, in case this particular account is opened or onboarded by somebody else, and you are just going to be one of the personnel that will man the exhibition stand. It means that person that created this account must also add you as a user on this system.
Okay.
Yes, they must add you as a user with your email, and in your email box, you will receive an email notification saying that you have been added as a user. Once you confirm that, once you confirm that, it will make you to have access to the system. And you will also go to your system in the edit profile section to change the password. So you change the password and you now have your own password to log in. So the administrator has created you as a user. Even you that has become as a user also can also log into this system wherever you are. And if that administrator has given you co-admin rights on the system, it means there are some documents you can also create on this system. So those are the things that will happen when such scenario is playing out. Thank you. I have a colleague. You can unmute.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My question is, you said if we are doing a promo and we want to deliver free, we want to do a free delivery nationwide, How are we going to get the customer's address? Is it when they are requesting for the product, their address has automatically pop up? Or I don't understand.
Thank you very much. When we go to the ordering, we are going to show you. But basically, there are three methods of delivery on P2P. Number one, the buyer can come to pick it from your stand. That is, the buyer will put self in how do you want your order to be picked. We are going to go. Now, if the buyer wants the hauler that is on P2P to take the delivery to them, the buyer will also select hauler. And if because you are doing promotion and the buyer knows that you are doing free delivery, the buyer will now click on supplier. It's going to be delivered by the supplier. So what it means, therefore, is that with all what you are doing, you have already directed how that product will get to you. Remember, your address is already there on that system. Where the product will be shipped to is already on that system. And so if the supplier is the one that will deliver it, all the information you have supplied, immediately you are placing the order, the supplier will see all of them, and that is what's going to use to deliver to your end. So in some instances, if the supplier realizes that your product is being requested for in Kaduna, and the supplier is at the conference, and they have a depot in Kaduna, what they will do is that once everything is done, the delivery notes will be generated, and it will be delivered from the supplier's point. And they can even ask their depot to do the supply on behalf. So the purpose of that is to ensure that we know who is going to pick the product, and we're going to go through it also, and we're going to have the haulers on P2P on ground during this conference. So each time anybody picks any of the haulers, the hauler will just come with their QR code to your stand, and you will scan it, you will see the product they want to pick, and then because it's only the person that will pick this product on your behalf that will have that QR code. It's one unique QR code, and it's only the person that has been selected to deliver will have it. So if it is the hauler that will deliver it, it is only the hauler that will have that QR code. If it is the person that is ordering is one that is coming to pick it, is the only one that will have the QR code. So when it's coming to you, it's coming with the QR code to your stand. And once you scan it, it will let you know the delivery notes for that particular product, and it will be released. And if it's the supplier that is also delivering, it is the supplier that will have the QR code, which means the staff of the supplier will now go and pick the item for delivery. So that is how it is done. I hope you are satisfied.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure. Do we still have any questions so that we can go to the next item, which is responding to order and generating invoice and all those stuff? How do we process our order? Because when an order is received by you, what are the processes that you will do to get that product delivered to the buyer? So we are going to have that session now. So Mr. Gbenga, I'm going to be calling on you to take us through that particular session. You are most welcome, Mr. Gbenga.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ajibade. So I'll be sharing my screen to run us through this process. All right, I believe we can all see my screen. So I'll be using two major users to actualize this process flow. I'll be using a customer, and I'll be using an importer or a manufacturer, as the case may be. Now, for my test demo right now, my Waiting Bay Pharmacy is the customer, while Edbridge Pharmaceuticals is the importer or supplier, or let me just say the exhibitor at the conference. So the customer goes into the platform and logs into the platform, and you just like Mr. Ajibade has rightly said, you click on conference exhibitor because it's trying to buy from the exhibition. So you click on conference exhibitors, and it will see list of conferences that are available. By the time the conference starts, by the end of towards the end of this month, the person clicks on this, but this is a conference that we're using for the demo, which is the demo conference that is live at the moment. On click on it, it displays all the exhibitors, and the customer clicks on one of the exhibitors he wants to buy from. This automatically displays all the product, just like Mr. Asirio said earlier on. Everybody that is doing exhibition will put in a product that they want to use for the exhibition and do balance adjustments, stating the prices as well as the quantity. So this makes those products available. Any product that doesn't have a balance adjustment set for them in terms of having balances on the system will not be displayed for the customer to be able to buy from you. So the customer puts in all the basic information. Maybe these are some of the information he needs to add to it, and selects the products he wants to buy. Let's assume he's buying maybe 80 Acadine tablets. He clicks on add to cart, and he wants to buy Pledin, maybe 20. Clicks on add to cart. Now, once this is done, the user proceeds to the cart and complete the process. Now, of note, the user is picking the stock by himself. Just like Mr. Ajibade was rightly explaining earlier on, it can either be by itself, by hauler, or by the supplier. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to be using self, meaning that the customer will be picking it by himself. I'm submitting this. Now, this document has been generated automatically. So you as the importer, you will get the document being sent to you as an order from the customer. And one of the things you also get, you will get an SMS notification and also in-app notification. Right up here, you will see that Waiting Bay has sent an order to you. Click here to view the invoice. So you can generate an invoice from an order, either manually or automatically. We said earlier on that you can put your invoice to auto. Putting it on auto response, meaning that whenever they send a quote request to a order note to you, if you have enough quantity and you have your prices already set, the system automatically generates that. But if you don't have, if you don't set it up to automatic response, you can generate the invoice by coming here and selecting the invoice you want to create. And clicking on save on this automatically generates the invoice and sends it to the customer. You can see it's showing the quantity the customer requested for, as well as the basic details. Your amount is already attached, and the total amount will have been added. So the customer goes back to, gets a notification from his own end. I'm going in as a customer right now. The customer gets a notification at his end stating that his invoice is now made available. Just like you can see the notification here saying your invoice has been generated. You can click on the link, and all you just need to do is to make payments. And you can make payments to the account of the cost of the manufacturer or the exhibitor, as the case may be, by clicking on Pay Now and choose the option of payment. Is it paying with his bank transfer? Is it paying with credit note or paying with credit limit? These are the three options we have currently, which the customer can pay with. He can pay with through bank transfer. He can pay through credit note. That's if he has a credit note already with you, and if you also have a credit facility with you. Like Mr. Jibade rightly explained earlier on, if this particular customer has credit limit and he can fulfill this order, the system will automatically generate the payment note and it will approve it for him. So I'm assuming the person does not have a kind of credit balance with you or a credit note balance with you. So if he chooses bank transfer, this displays the details of your bank, your bank details rather, and the person knows the account he can pay to. So for instance, once this transaction is done and the payment is made, the person can now put in the details of his payment. Okay, I paid 154,000. And can also attach a proof of payment, maybe the payment slip. For instance, probably the customer went to the bank to make a payment, or he has an SMS notification. He can send it as an image, which can be attached into the document. So once this is done, he clicks on done, and this is sent to you as a notification that a payment has just been made. And you can also set your business to auto response for payment too, especially for those who are paying using credit facility. I'm going back as the exhibitor right now, and I'll click on payment note. You can see here it's telling me this document is waiting for acceptance. That is, you need to accept the payment. For instance, after you have confirmed the payment, the 154,000 naira, you have confirmed it from your bank that the payment has actually been received, then you need to accept the person's payment. This gives the person a notification. I mean, the customer gets a notification that yes, your payment has now been confirmed for this product you are trying to buy. So I click on accept. This automatically approves this document stating that the payment has been fully confirmed by the exhibitor or by the importer or the manufacturer, as the case may be. So you, as the manufacturer, like Mr. Yibadi rightly said also, the auto response can also be applied to good issue note. That is, after you have confirmed payment, do you want to go and raise your issue note manually, or you want the issue note to have been created automatically? So this can also be set on while we are setting our documents setting. And these are some of the reasons why all these business processes have to be put in place for you to be able to transact seamlessly on P2P. So, but if you have not set your business to allow auto, you can come here and create the good issue notes. You can see I'm selecting the good issue note now because I didn't set it to auto. But if I set it to auto, this should automatically scale trans, and you can also proceed to do delivery note. Let me just put in something here, and I will save this document. I'm trying to save the good issue note. Now, one thing I've also said is that I've set my good issue note to doesn't require approval. That's why immediately I click on create, it automatically approves the document, and I can now create a delivery note. Now, me as an exhibitor, me as a wholesaler, as a manufacturer or importer, the next thing I will do is to create a delivery note. In doing the delivery note, that's where I can put in the batch information and also some basic details that needs to go with like a waybill that can be given out to the customer, to the hauler, or whoever is going to be doing the delivery of this product. I'll click on delivery note. Then in my delivery note, I'll click on create. Now, all this action is being done from the end of the importer now. And I'll select the good issue note. The good issue note automatically displays the quantity, and I can now put in my batch information. So I'm trying to put in the batch information, the manufacturing date, and the expiry date. Okay, so I'll be doing the same for the next product line item. I'm assuming that's the batch number. So once this is done, I can now click on save. Okay, I need to put a comment, sorry. And click on save. Sorry, let me generate this again, please. Excuse me. Oh. One, 2. Three comments. Now click on save.
I think, Mr. Benga, I think there's an error of the dates. So maybe the date you chose is closer. That's why it's showing something. There's an error of dates there. Anyway, I think what we have to do at this junction is to be able to have details of what we are supplying. And once we put it there, it will generate. So I think you are having issue with the dates you are putting that place.
Okay, I will look into it.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's the dates. And also, there's going to be a place for this conference. That is weight measurement. So, Mr. Benga, you can also continue on that.
Okay. Concerning adding weight, now, for instance, when we are trying to create stock issue note, we already have the details of the extended volume and also the extended tonnage of that document, because this system allows you to be able to also manually put in this information. For instance, let me go back here and try to create one. I'll select this issue note. Okay, I've set my issue note to auto. Now, this my issue note. I will have prefer it to be on manual. Excuse me. Okay, now, like you can see, now we have what we call already our system generated volume and extended tonnage. But you can also put this information manually when you try to pick up, when you're trying to set up what's going to be the weight and also the volume for your customer. Now, one of the things that we're also going to be doing during the exhibition is that the
Mr. Benga, we cannot hear you anymore.
The haulers or whoever will come to pick up, so the hauler specifically, we have a weighing machine to the location of wherever the customer is. So, but it can also input this into the system manually to allow them to know the exact quantity of, the volume and the extended tonnage is trying to move to the location specified. So, Mr. Jibade, I think I want over to you from here, please.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Benga. There is one thing I also want us to look at. This particular delivery, for people who are going to use haulers to pick their products, the haulers may not even know what they are picking. And we have already made provisions to ensure that we provide weighing machine during the conference in your conference shed. So if it's going to be taken by a hauler, if the request is made and it's going to be picked up by a hauler, when you are ready to dispatch this product, you, at the level of entering your information on the delivery notes, your batch number, you will also put the weight of that particular product, of that particular consignment in that particular delivery. And you can do that in the comment section. You can put there 100 kg, 150 kg. That is the weight that the hauler is picking. Why this is necessary is that for anything that is online, we depend on the delivery system, which is the haulage and courier, to be able to deliver the product to the buyer. And we want to make sure that we pass the adequate information to the hauler so that when the request for haulage is sent to an hauler on the system, the hauler will look at the quantity by weight which you have sent. And it's that quantity by weight you have sent that the hauler is going to use for the basis of charging the buyer of the product, how much they're going to pay for them to pick the stock from your point to their location. So for people that are coming for this conference, if you have your weighing machine with you, please, you can come with it and put it in your stand. It is easier because you can just look at, after you have packed everything in the carton and you put it on the way, just like we are traveling at the airport, put it on the weighing machine, it tells you this is 45 kilograms. And that helps you to pass the information to the hauler that what the hauler is picking is 45 kilograms. And the hauler that is picking 45 kilograms is now billing the buyer based on the weight you have captured as the quantity or the weight of the product that they are buying from your stand. So that is why in your delivery notes, in the comment section, there is need for you to put the weight of this particular supply. Because we found that most of the product on the system, we have not been able to get adequate measure from the manufacturers. That we don't know that this particular bottle is weighing 15 kilograms, is weighing 500 grams. We didn't have that. But the final product that will be delivered to the buyer, we want you to put the weight beside it so that that buyer, if the buyer is going to use a hauler, so it's only the order that comes to you and it's saying it's going to be a hauler that will pick it. That is the one you need to go and put weight. If you are the one delivering yourself, you may not put the weight. If the person is coming to pick it himself, you may not put the weight. But if the hauler is the one picking that supply, you are expected to put the weight in that particular delivery. So the next thing I want to call Mr. Benga on now is the QR code and the pickup. What are the procedure for the QR code? When somebody wants to pick from your end, when the hauler is coming to pick, what are the steps the hauler will take to pick up that particular item? So I will go to Mr. Benga again. So the QR code usage and picking the item.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Jibade. I'll be sharing my screen soon. Okay, so I'll be logging in as an importer, and I'll be generating what we call delivery note. I told you the delivery note is what automatically generates a QR code for whoever is picking the stock. And we have 3 people that can come and pick stock from the warehouse. It's either self, it's either the hauler, or the supplier himself is the one to go and deliver the stock to that particular location. So if I'm trying to raise to get that unique code, I explained earlier while I was doing the basic setup that the unique code generated is for whoever has been set up while the customer is trying to raise the document to say who is picking this stock. Is it self? Is it a hauler or the supplier? So whoever has been picked at that point is the one that gets the unique pickup QR code on the system. So the first thing you need to do as the supplier is to create what we call delivery note. And once the delivery note is created, just like I was trying to do earlier on, once the delivery note is generated, the customer, if the customer is the one to come and pick it himself, the customer gets this notification of this document to be picked, stating the time when the delivery will be available for pickup, and when he can easily come to the location and pick his goods, meaning that the goods has been packed ready for him to pick. And how to do this is by creating delivery notes. Let me create the delivery note. Let me see, try this again. Already this customer has indicated he wants to pick it himself. Okay, so the delivery note is generated right now and automatically approved. This automatically, what it will do to that customer is that the customer gets the QR code, which I'm going to show you. So I'm going to the page of the customer right now. I think earlier on I was having network issues. That's why the delivery couldn't even go through. So I'm logged in again as the customer. The customer gets a notification that his delivery note has been generated and your goods is ready for pickup. And he can click on this, probably view the details that have been sent to him to view. Then basically what he will do is to check his issue notes. In checking his issue notes, that's where he's going to see the unique QR code that has been sent for him to pick up the goods. Excuse me, this is not the issue note. Yeah, this is the issue note that was created. Now, the issue note, we have the unique QR code, which the customer scans. So he can snap with his phone or with any device that can capture the QR code, which I'm going to do right now. I'm taking this QR code, snapping it with my phone. So meaning that when I come to your location as the supplier, what I need to do is to come with this unique pickup QR code, which will be scanned against your system. But you as a supplier or you as the exhibitor, what you need to do is to ensure you have probably a system that can access the internet, that can log into P2P, and that has a camera that they can point this QR code to, and it will automatically generate the pickup code. So now I'm going back to the other side of the supplier or the exhibitor now. The customer already has the unique QR code, so he's coming to your location to do his pickup. Now, under the transaction menu, you will see pickup, you as the exhibitor or the importer. You see pickup, and the only item you see is just to scan your QR code. And in scanning your QR code, it's going to display your detail, your name and your details. And once you point the camera to it, it automatically scans and display the details of what the person is expected to pick. So at this point, you'll be able to authenticate who is the rightful person to come and pick up the stock from your location. So no nobody else can come without this authorized QR code. Anybody that comes with something else, the system will always bounce him back. So you put in the details of whoever is doing the delivery, the driver name, the hauler name, if there's a tracking number, and if there's a tracking portal, this can also be included. These are part of what the haulers can also include in their details. So if there are no tracking number, you can just leave it and click on pickup. On clicking on pickup, this completes the process end to end from you as the supplier. And what will now be left is for the customer to receive it into their stock. Receiving it into their stock, meaning that they can always do a kind of good receipts electronically into their own retail system for them to bring in the details you have sent to them for pickup. And this ends the process for you as the exhibitor or you as a manufacturer or importer, as the case may be, for P2P. Thank you very much, Mr. Gibade.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benga, and I want to appreciate you for the thorough way we have gone through the system. I know for many of us already, it is something like we are going to spend some time to learn. But I want to let you know this is a very simple system. And because the first time we are seeing it, we may look at it, it might be a bit complex. Am I going to do it? But it's a procedure that we do on our own in our offices. We do everything here on our own without anybody telling us what we are doing. But we have brought an application to define each of those procedures and put checks and balances around it so that our inventory can be secured. And that is what we have done with all this process. And you can also see that it is going to be difficult for anybody to steal any delivery, any quantity of goods from your shop or from your store or from your stand, because it is the person who is expected to pick the item that will come with QR code. So when a QR code is given to somebody to come and pick any item, he doesn't even know what to pick. But because you are the one that generated that particular product, immediately you point that QR code to your camera on your system and you click on pick up and you point that QR code to your camera on your system. It will automatically populate the products, the buyer, the quantity, and everything that that particular person needs to pick. So at that point in time, you know what you are giving to who. And that means the supplier cannot lose product to people who are not authorized to come and pick this supply from their stand. So I want to yield the floor now for question and answer session, because it is important for us to now ask questions around what we have done so far on this particular placing order and order processing. So do we have any question? Because we are about rounding up this session now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Juade. Just before you conclude, we are also going to be at the exhibition stand, so we'll be ready to support you technically if you have any issue during the exhibition. Thank you.
Well, let me also add that towards the conference, we are going to also set up what is called a support group, support WhatsApp. Like we are going to support you through WhatsApp. So if there are issues that you are going through in responding, just drop it on that WhatsApp group. I mean, our support member or support group will immediately help you out. And just like you have been told, we'll also be on ground during the conference. So if there are issues you're having with your system, we'll generally be able to support you. So just like I mentioned, this is a very simple system. And you just need a little opportunity of learning it. And like some of us have asked for, we are going to make available the video of this training on the ACPN exhibition page. So you can also watch that video there, after this training. Let me also take this particular section before we finally go to question and answer. Just remember that. Yes, this particular platform, P2P, is an independent organization, but partnering with ACPN to ensure that ACPN is able to run a very good inventory and supply chain management for their members. Network Business Consulting Limited is an independent organization, and they are into supply chain management applications. And let me also mention to you at this point that for more than 25 years, they have been supporting MDS and some other big distribution company in Nigeria. So they have the technology, they have the expertise, they have the wherewithal, they have the experience. And this partnership with ACPN is a support to ensure that community pharmacists no longer have problem of access to pharmaceutical products. And that is why the system is designed in such a way that community pharmacists that are on the platform now can basically access conference exhibitors. For this particular conference exhibition, we have taken off the cost of subscription from every exhibitor on the, so which means you are not going to pay subscription for being part of this conference to P2P. However, that exhibition fee or what subscription fee is in hundreds of thousands, but based on the discussion and the partnership with ACPN, that particular section is waived for the conference exhibitors. If we don't have the same experience with PSN, when we go to Plateau, you might know how much it costs to pay for the exhibition. However, the system, once you will have seen, you will be seeing some transactional charges being generated. That is another level of transactional fee that this system operates on. And for you to be able to generate any document, your transactional charges will be applied. But for this conference, we don't want a situation whereby maybe your money got exhausted in your wallets, and for that reason, you cannot respond to buyers. Maybe your money got exhausted in your wallet, you could not get SMS from buyers. And we don't want to give any exhibitor any reason why they will be cut off from this particular transaction. So what we are doing is that instead of you paying into your wallet and be topping it up each time your wallet is exhausted, which you may not even know when it got exhausted, what the company agreed is that everyone on this platform, you are going to make provision for 20,000 naira flat rates for transactional charges. And that means all throughout the conference, every day throughout the conference, there's nothing like any difficulty in you having access to people buying from you. So that 20,000 naira is just the flat rate, and it will take care of all your transactional charges throughout the conference session. So it is a blanket payment that is going to take care of all charges that you are going to generate as transactional charges on the system for the 1 week conference, 20,000 naira. Secondly, we also make position for advertisements, which you have seen at the point of advert, that is a point of sales. And we may consider that as optional. And if you want us to put those, adverts, you want to place adverts during this conference at this exhibition page, we will take 4 adverts from each organization that want to put adverts in that page. And that advert, we are saying that for the whole conference period, the 4 adverts you have that is running 24 hours per day on that platform, we are looking at 30,000 naira for the 4 adverts. So which means if you want both the advert and the transactional charge to be, you want the 2, you pay 50,000. If you want only the transactional charge to be taken off and you don't want to advertise on the platform, you may pay 20,000. So that is the information I'd like to pass. And I will yield the floor now to question session so that we can address some of our questions at this time. Thank you very much. You can raise up your electronic hand for us to entertain your questions. So please unmute your mic and you can ask your question. Is anybody speaking and we're not hearing? Just unmute your mic.
Hola. Your mic.
Is it? So if you are speaking, and you can raise up your hand so that at least I can call you. Just click on the symbol of hand on your screen. Just click on that hand symbol. Mrs. Ochepe, Esther, do you have any question? Just unmute your mic.
Hello. Not really. I'm trying to start up cut up on my system. If I have any question, I will direct it to you.
Thank you
None
very
for
much.
now. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay, Abolanle Ogunlano, any question? Maybe I have to be calling one by one so that I want to see that everybody followed us. I'll mute your mic and we can hear you. Thank you. What?
No question.
No question. Thank you so much. Somebody is on Joef Venture Limited. The name is not there, but just Joef Ventures Limited. Do you have any question?
No question.
You don't have any question, okay? And then Mr. Morris.
Okay. Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, thank you.
Apart from the 20,000 and then the 30,000,
yeah,
will there be any other additional charges?
No,
for the conference period
at all. That's why. No, that is why it is flat rate. So what you do is that if you are taking part in those offer of the advert, you will give us 4 product adverts, and then it will be uploaded throughout the conference. Then for all the transactional charges, once that 20,000 is flat rate is paid, you know that you don't pay anything again to us. And you are the only thing the other people pay is the buyer that pays for their own transactional charge at their own end, and then they pay the haulage company. So no other charges on this platform for you.
Okay, sorry, I have another question.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, regarding the marketing of how does this work? I mean, the entire system. How do they get what's it called? People that are going to buy our product.
Well, after
uploading our product on the system.
Let me tell you for real that we opened a WhatsApp group for people that want to ask questions about the conference, and within 5 days, there is 500 people on that group. That is there already. So there are serious enthusiasm about people being able to buy remotely from you during this conference. And up till now, we are still having a lot of people that are trying to sort out their account because they want to be part of the conference. And because we have almost 1,000 participants on our platform, and this information is already there. So we are sure that we're going to get patronage. And 2 is that people we have trained community pharmacists across the country in the last 2 weeks. We have gone around the various states, and in fact, Edo State just called us today that they are organizing a training of P2P for all their members next week. And so they just got up today, and they're inviting us to come and help them to see how they can put their members through. So because the system is such a way that people want to get used to it, and how people are getting used to it. So everybody is seeing this as one of the best options of being able to access many things on pharmaceutical supply. Look at the insecurity in the country right now. People are so scared of traveling, and most of the time, most of the product that you are bringing to the exhibition, most of these products, people don't even know they exist. And this is an opportunity where many people can also get new products to their shelf and better price bargaining because of the promos that will be coming. So there is a great assurance that it's going to be one of the conferences that the conference exhibitors are going to speak about better patronage than in the recent past. And you also know that in this particular conference, no exhibitor is hidden. It's not a function of where your stand is. That is why you're not getting people. So people will, in the convenience of their hotel room, even while they're on the conference ground, in the convenience of the hotel room in the night, they can go through all the exhibitors, check through the prices. If they find an offer from your company better, they will buy. So it is not a function of the offer you are making and the product you are making available. So the visibility to all the exhibitors is greatly enhanced at this level. And we are sure that we'll make sure that all of you have a very good experience during this conference.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and for you to pay for those fees, there is a particular portal on the P2P, and we are going to upload that sometimes later in the week because we are not taking payment on that for now. So later in the week, it will be uploaded, and when you are setting up your system, it will ask you to pay your conference transactional charges and adverts. So once you click on it, just use the Paystack platform to make the payments. And once that is done, you'll be activated to be part of the conference properly.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I would like to have more questions from anybody, other people. Mr. Olaleye, do you have anything to say?
Oh, hello, Mr. Ajibade.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All what I'm saying, I'm following it. And then, luckily, Worldwide Commercial Venture, we are using SAP programming. And then most of what we're saying is so aligned with our program here. And then there's no issue.
Okay, thanks.
I'm
So it's
fully
aligned with your, it's aligned with your
almost. Oh yes, yes, and it is Salesforce automation.
Yeah, thank you so much. We
That's
appreciate
what
it.
we're doing, and they almost the same thing. And then
Thank
you. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we appreciate it. So that tells us that the system is one of the standard that the industry is also using currently.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what we're using worldwide.
Thank you very much. Opeyemi Kole Aje, I want to have your voice. I want to have your voice. Okay, I have somebody raising up his hand. Adewale Soyaolu, please, you have the mic.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I want to appreciate you for bringing this on board, and I've listened to you carefully, and I've gotten some quite important information. But I quickly want to ask.
Sorry, you're not audible anymore. Mr. Soyaolu, we cannot hear you.
You said apart, we are also going to pay 12. Yeah. Also, apart outside this conference, we expect the platform to be running, to be on up and running, whereby some pharmacy that have key into this idea can place orders and we can get across to them. Do you say we after this conference there will be like we have to be recharging their account so as to take care of the transaction charges? So that's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Soyalu. Even though I missed a part of what you are saying because at the time you are not audible, but I will try to answer based on my understanding of what you are saying. The transactional charge that's on this system is not payment for products. It is to be able to address the charges of transaction on the system, and it's just for the maintenance of the platform. That's what it means. And it is supposed to be paid at once. And when the conference is over, you may not be able to have access to that particular opportunity. However, once you are on this platform, there's a wallet also in place, which is generally for your daily activity. That is the place you can be charging regularly. But for the conference period, we are not going to charge you from that your wallet system for that particular that's on your system. But it will be that you have paid this value, all the transactions during the conference will be borne because of that particular payment you have done. And when the conference is over, the system reverts back. And that is, you now begin to see wholesalers. And that means it is now the wholesalers that you can be selling to every day, because by NDDG, you have what is called, what I call supplier relationship. So wholesaler relates with the importer and then the distributor and the manufacturer. But if you have what many other company has now, they call it retail units, retail business units in the organization. If you have retail business units in your organization, you can also register on this platform, and that retail business unit will be registered as an wholesaler. So which means that retail business unit can now be an wholesaler going after this conference. But then you will know strongly that the pricing at that level is there from the pricing of your distributor, of your wholesalers. So this time around, every community pharmacist that want to access you, they may likely access you at a price higher than the price that you supply to your supply to your wholesaler or your distributors. So that's what I want to say, that after this conference, the system is still up for you to use. And we have just told you how you can continue using the system to reach out to your customers. So if anybody bought from you at the conference and you have a retail business unit as part of your division in the organization, that means you can register it. And that will also address that particular aspect. I hope I am able to answer that question, Mr. Soyo.
Yeah, let me also add quickly that
Yeah.
the account you are setting up for conference is an account that allows you to do business as far as the conference is concerned. Your regular account, as the account you originally onboarded with, is still ongoing. So what we are talking about here today is the transaction that comes to your conference account. If you have the conference account and you have also activated your regular account, the regular business will still be going on your regular account, while for the conference is what we've just described today. And so for the conference, the 20,000 you are paying covers your transactional charge, whereas your wallet money that is in your wallet account will cover every other transaction that is going on outside the conference. Because while the conference is going on, your regular business can still be running on the platform. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate everybody. If there are no other questions, I think this is a very beautiful time to end this meeting. We promised you 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this is about 3 minutes to 1 p.m. And I think we have been able to exhaust our plates. And we're going to leave behind a phone number for you, which you can easily reach out to in case you have something you want to clarify. And also, if you're on the ACPN platform for the conference exhibition, you can also leave your question on the ACPN platform. So this is a phone number you can easily reach out to if you have issues about your account on P2P. It may not be during the conference, it might even be now. Maybe you are doing something now and you realize that you need some more information. This is the phone number you can reach out to. It is a WhatsApp number. You can send a WhatsApp information. It is also possible for you to make call, and you can also do SMS to this number. So anything you need to clarify, you can basically use this number to really do that. And we believe strongly that this is a partnership that will together make our business more profitable, more reachable, and giving everybody benefits of our business. So I'd like to end at this junction to appreciate everybody that have taken your time to be part of this conference, to be part of this training this afternoon. We appreciate you. This is one of the very important meetings we have had in the course of this engagement, because the conference exhibition is latest in the history of conference exhibition in Nigeria. And this is the very first time we are powering our conference exhibitor on the digital platform. And I want to give kudos to ACPN for the initiative, because anything that is going to take the vision forward and is taken care of, it is to the benefit of everybody. And I know very well now that most people that usually have issues of reaching you in your usual conference, they can basically come around through this P2P platform to reach you. I want to appreciate you very much. And I want to call on Mr. Cyril Asuko to give a vote of thanks as we close.
Good afternoon, everybody, once again, and thank you for attending this section today. Like I said earlier, we are here to support you. We want you to have some very good experience during this conference. We are hoping that with this platform, even people that cannot attend the conference will have visibility to your products, and that way they can order from anywhere. So the entire nation is actually your market during this exhibition, unlike before, where during exhibition you only have access to people that come for the exhibition. With this platform, everybody in the comfort of their cities, wherever they are, can access your conference, your promotions at the conference. And I think that's a very good development in the industry. And we hope that you take advantage of it. If you have any question, anything that you need to find out before you set up your account, because you need to set up your account and be running before the 25th. And we hope that you'll be able to do that. We are here to support you. Thank you very much for attending this section today, and God bless.
Thank you very much, everybody. I want to appreciate you as you return back to your various work now, because we have taken about 2 hours of your time today. And I believe strongly it's a very wonderful time we have spent together. We appreciate you one more time. We're expecting your call. Be free, and then just ask any question. No matter how simple you might think it is, there may be some reason why you should ask that question. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.
Thanks, and bye.
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 Okay.